This Guardian 5 Ursa asked me to watch his replay and tell him all the reasons why he sucks. First thing, I really like that wording because it shows that you're open-minded and you want to learn. So I'm going to show absolutely no mercy. I'm pretty excited for this. First thing I notice is that you have a lot of deaths. And even though everyone in the lobby has about as many deaths as you, if you want to climb reliably, you have to like rise above what everybody in your lobby is doing. And I talk about all the time how dying is the cardinal sin on carry. Because very, very important pillar of playing carry is hitting good item timings, right? The time that you get items matters a lot. And every time you die, it one, sets back your own item timings, and two, it accelerates the enemy's item timings. And on carry, you're typically going to have the most gold in the lobby, so your deaths are like worth more. So that's the first thing I notice. Okay, I'm also looking at when you died. What I see here is you have a death around 15 minutes, and this is the time that you should be farming, right? Because I'm assuming you're going to have your Battle Fury around this time, and you buy Battle Fury to farm, right? Ursa is a really, really good flash farmer. So the mental you want to be in on Ursa, in lane, you want to be pretty aggressive, pretty strong laner, get the Battle Fury, and then after the Battle Fury, to simplify things for you, literally just farm until you get Blink Dagger, unless the kill is completely free. And then once you get Blink, you want to farm in a position where you can kill enemies with Blink. Yeah, even with Blink, you don't just want to go 5v5, you want to farm in aggressive areas of the map where you're going to be able to get pickoffs with your Blink, right? Because Ursa is a carry where he's one of the best late game heroes in the game. A really common mistake on Ursa is like pushing too hard early, because you get a state when you get like Aghanims. I notice you don't have an Aghanim in your inventory either. I guess it's kind of a bad Aghanim game. They have like 2 silences, but still you become unkillable. You're like the end all be all carry, and the goal is to hit that timing and be ahead net worth wise of the enemy. And on Ursa, the way to do that, have high net worth relative to the enemy, is going to be to play for the Aegis. So the timing that I always like urge players to hit on Ursa before they go too crazy in the game is going to be Battle Fury, Blink, Basher, and Aegis, right? And the reason the Aegis is important is because it lets us greed out for the Basher and not get a defensive item. So if we have Basher plus Aegis, then we can take a 5-on-5 team fight, right? Before that, we kind of want to avoid all the big fights, chill, and like be a little more farming oriented, but not AFK, right? Of course, like if enemy makes a mistake, kill them for sure, but just don't do anything too crazy. I don't like you being here. I mean, it's okay because you're with your team, but Ursa doesn't provide much level 1 to any of these engagements. What I would be doing if I were in your lobby, if I was smurfing in your lobby, is I would stand right here knowing that my level 1 spell doesn't provide much to this engagement, and I would be hanging out here tucked in the trees. I would pop out, I would see if there are enemies here when the rune spawns, like popped out. If there are no enemies, grab the rune, run to your lane, and if there are enemies, just avoid and then go to your lane. Because you're here, you're probably gonna have to use your TP. And the other thing is, if you're gonna play here, commit to it. Commit to it, right? You wanna commit. Dota is a lot about committing to a bit. So you could either, like, I would be more okay with this play if you stayed with your team and you were part of this kill, right? But instead you did like this half-ass kind of deal where you like walk back and forth, you know? Does that apply to all carry heroes in general? Good question. No, some carry heroes like provide more at level 1 than others. But in general, I like to bias toward being here right when the creeps start. Okay, so now you're late to lane. So you TP to the T2, which is also really bad. I don't know why you do that. It's very important to be here right when the creeps meet. Right when the creeps meet to stabilize your game, right? Every creep is very important. So I can tell already you're not using a key lane mechanic properly, and it's defensive creep aggro. So if you don't know, if you issue an attack command on this guy, or this guy, the creeps will like aggro to you. So this position is a little bit it's very aggressive. You're gonna take a lot of damage here, right? If they're good, they'll just 2v1 you immediately right here. So what you should do is stand back, pull creep aggro, and then pull these creeps to your range so you're farming safely. Because Ursa is very weak level 1, right? Your main timings on Ursa when you're going to get kills are level 3 with either 111 or 102 depending on your preference. I like 102 and brown boots, or level 5 and phase boots is going to be your main like lane timing to kill, right? Not right now. You're very weak, so you should defensive aggro and then just farm. You should also be prepping the creeps you're going to last hit with Fury Swipes. So what I mean, you see, you can identify that this creep is dying first, so hit it once with Fury Swipes, and then you'll secure the last hit for yourself. Like, they won't be able to deny it because you already have a stack, but you prep the wrong creep. Okay, you do prep it. Never mind. That's fine. So this is another instance where you should also aggro. Like, this Q that you eat from Timber is completely unnecessary. You should just give up this range creep, knowing that if you walk up, you're going to get nuked. And if Techies was a good player, he would sticky bomb you as well. And you would just pretty much not be able to lane. I really hope you have Tangos on the courier. Okay, you do. All right, I don't know what this is. I guess it's okay. I don't know. Your starting build is also a little bit sus with the full wand. I mean, it's fine. It's kind of like a nitpick. Okay. So this is absolutely crazy what you're doing right now. And I can tell that your whole mentality is in the wrong space just based on this move. Okay, wait, let's see what you do here. Okay, yeah. So your North Star in lane is the creeps. Getting your farm, and then your aggression should happen when there are no creeps to last hit in general. So by going on this guy, you're sacrificing these creeps. Okay, yeah. So you're not even going back to the wave. You should center your gameplay and lane around the creeps, and killing is like after that. Killing is still good. I'm not telling you to not be aggressive, but we definitely need to center our gameplay around this, the creeps. Like you miss a whole wave and maybe you kill him here. Okay, you do kill him here, but the wave is worth just as much as that kill. So in this case, it worked out for you, but in general, this is not the like how we want to be thinking about the game. There's absolutely no need to auto attack this wave in as well. So another North Star you should be thinking about in lane is keeping the equilibrium of the lane. So you want to hold the lane right here as much as you can. The reason you want to do that is so you have all this room to run down the enemy. So you can pick when you want to be aggressive, and they can't really be aggressive on you because your tower is right here, then you can always retreat to it. So in general, anytime the lane is right here, you're at a state of advantage, and anytime the lane is right here, the off laner is at a state of advantage for the same reason. On top of that, you get this tower aura, where if you're near your tower, you get HP regen and armor. So you have no reason to auto attack these creeps. You could argue that you want to push the lane for the Lotus, which is good. This 3-minute flower is very important, but it's a little bit early. It's a little bit early. See, and so you're the one who pushed it. You're the one who pushed it here, right? And so now you created a situation for yourself where you're gonna miss creeps because it's awkward to walk up, right? You miss an enemy creep here. It didn't have to be here. If you held the equilibrium and aggro to your range creep and deny, it could be here. You probably know by now I'm partnering with Game Leap, and they're supporting my Dota content, allowing me to make more Dota content than ever and better Dota content than ever. And I'm playing Raid Shadow Legends now. And right now, guys, I'm on a trial with Game Leap, right? A short-term trial. And if a lot of you guys sign up for Raid with my beginner link and do the tutorial, which by the way, the whole process takes 5 to 10 minutes from the second you click the link, it means they'll sign me for the long term. But why do you, yes you, why do you care if Game Leap signs me for the long term? Well, because if they don't, my Dota content goes in the toilet. It goes in the toilet, guys. So this is why you clicking the link and doing the tutorial is a win-win for both of us, right? Because you're doing your part to ensure Game Leap signs me for the long term. So you'll continue to get the Dota content from me you know and love. Because if they don't, again, guys, I have to pay the bills to get real. Like, I don't think I can justify doing this with my life anymore if, things don't work out. And it's a win for me because I get to make a living doing what I love. This is the single best thing that you can do to support me, and I'd literally rather you do this than give me money. And it's totally free for you to do, and it takes 5 to 10 minutes. And guys, I'll be the first to admit that Raid is a stupid pay-to-win game, right? And that's why what you do after the tutorial is not my business. Not my business. If you try it, it's not your cup of tea, go nuke it off your hard drive, right? All good. It is a chill game. I play it every day. I enjoy it, and I wouldn't have taken this deal if I thought it was like heinous. And you can join my clan if you do stick around. So go click the link, do the tutorial, and if it is your cup of tea, you can join my clan. The Krabby Clan is getting powerful. And also the beginner link is going to give you a lot of free goodies, like $200 USD worth of free goodies in the game. So it'll get you off to an amazing start. And go do this now, guys. Go do it right now. Pause the video, do it, and come back, because we all know what happens to things we put off. They just do not happen. The problem, I want to go back to the play here where you missed all the creeps and you got the kill. It's an unstable way of playing, right? I can tell you're kind of an unstable player. That's the vibes I'm getting. And a lot of climbing in Dota is about consistency. And so we want to consistently get all our creeps and control our aggression. Okay, so now you have brown boots and level 2 fury swipe. So this is one of the timings I was talking about in lane. So you can probably kill. And when it comes to killing people in lane, like when you're strong, the main thing you have to think about is using your spells together with your support, right? Dota rewards synergy. He doesn't have to be a good player to synergize with him, right? That's probably what a lot of people think about first when I say that is like, oh, my guy doesn't synergize with me. But even if he doesn't go at the right time or doesn't go on the right target, you can still hit who he stuns, right? It doesn't need to be perfect because the enemies are going to make a lot of mistakes too. So the main thing that I'm going to look for here, you can probably kill either of these heroes in the lane. Oh, there's also the Lotus that again is very important. I don't know what was happening at 3 minutes. It's actually very important. Okay, so here, yeah, you could definitely have snuck the Lotus because when there's a pull happening, whenever there's a pull happening, it means that the lane is going to push back to you. So you don't need to contest the lane. I like this play of last hitting the small creeps, but here the Lotus would have been a much more efficient. Yeah, you can, that's what I do too. I literally check my support's cooldowns, right? To synergize with them. Okay, so what I would be thinking here on Ursa is you can kill techies with your Lion if you guys synergize. Timber is a little bit tanky. Just go for the easy kill. So this is a perfect opportunity to connect and synergize with your Lion. Because what I see is Timbersaw has creeps to hit. You only have one creep, right? So it's not like a whole wave. So maybe you last hit this. If you last hit this, yeah. So now this is a good time to be aggressive. So I'd walk over here and you could just kill this guy with your Lion. You could literally just kill the techies right now because you have no creeps to hit, right? So you're not actually missing out on anything if you walk over here and like kill techies. But instead you're, okay, yeah, you're trying to like deny these creeps. What are you doing? Okay, yeah. So this Ursa doesn't really like to deny creeps, right? He would prefer to just hit the guy because he doesn't have a lot of damage because you don't get Fury Swipes on denies. So he gets more value out of hitting the enemy off later than denying in general. So this could be a kill on techies, or at least you force him to like a quarter HP and then he uses suicide and he has no resources. But instead you like contest this guy and you just tank nukes from him. So this would have been a good time to press your Q and just hit this guy. Like press overpower, because this is a 2v1, right? We always want to be looking for 2v1s in lanes. Hit him 3 times, get the range creep, get this creep. Okay, yeah, so it seems like you're not synergizing with your Lion. That's the biggest mistake I'm seeing here so far. Like, you use all your stuff when your Lion stun is on cooldown or he's like far. So this guy could die for sure. If you ping him, you tell your Lion to stun him or something. Yeah, so, okay. I'm just gonna say it again. You need to synergize with your guy. Like, if he stuns, then you blow your load. You want to blow your loads at the same time. Dota rewards synergy, guys, in all aspects of the game. All aspects of the game. You should probably have like 2 more kills right now in this lane. I also don't like this. How much net worth do you have? Okay. So literally half your net worth right now is on the courier. Half your net worth is on the courier and you're like posturing aggressively. So this to me, you stepping here is very aggressive. Your Lion is nowhere to be seen and half your net worth is on the courier. So if I'm you right now, I'm just chilling. Just chill, wait for your phase boots, wait for your Lion to come back and then you get free kills in this lane. But instead you eat half your HP for no reason, right? So the play here again is defensive aggro. When you want to be defensive, the first step is identifying that you do want to be defensive for the reasons I said. Then stand here, aggro the creeps back, and you don't take any of this harass. Then your phase boots come and you kill them all. Because Ursa is a hero that has a lot of damage, but he needs HP to leverage the damage. But you willingly gave up your HP for no reason. Yeah, that's a good point. This is like team fighting 100 gold from BKB, but on like a lane microscopic level. That's a really good way to put it. Really good way to put it. Timings apply in lane as well, guys. Timings apply in lane as well. I want to say that I'm very early game pilled in Dota. So I'm not going to spend, I know you sent me a 60-minute replay. I'm not going to spend a lot of time past 20 minutes. And the reason why is because you've already made so many mistakes. And if we tighten up your early game, if we tighten up the early game, then you will never have a 60-minute game again. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration. But like if I was playing Ursa in this game, the game would be over in 25-30 minutes, right? It would not go to 60 minutes. It's much lower hanging fruit to focus on the early game than it is to focus on the later aspects of the game. And a lot of pro Dota coaches agree with me on this. Seb agrees with me on this. It's the same, right? People go to him with replays and he will spend 30 minutes talking about the first 10 minutes of the game. If you tighten up the early game, good things will happen and then we can start talking about the late game, right? And the other reason is because the early game is much more replicable, right? At the late game in Dota, there are so many variables that it's harder to coach. Honestly, it is harder to coach the late game. And it's more like game specific stuff when you get late game. But early game, I can tell you these things that apply on, you know, every hero in every game. All right, so if I'm really, really nitpicking with you, you can go steal the enemy wisdom, because I'm sure that at this MMR, nobody's going to get it right at 7 minutes. And I say this a lot, guys, but the win probability, if your team gets 2 wisdom runes, all else considered, is 60%. So it's very good. Right now, if you just walked all the way around here, got the wisdom rune, yeah, techies is not there. You'd get it for free. TP back to the lane. Very good. This is what defines a moment's worth examining. Some points in time get to a point of not worth examining given many prior mistakes. Exactly. Exactly. Henry Bottomsworth gets it. Henry Bottomsworth gets it. Oh no, did you buy the broadsword? Okay. This is also a huge mistake. This is a huge mistake. You want to buy the cornucopia as soon as possible, dude? Fuck it. Like, walk here and just buy the cornucopia. This is so many resources that you're giving up by not having a cornucopia and having a broadsword. Do you think Ursa needs damage? Ursa does not need damage. Ursa has as much damage as he could ever want with Fury Swipes, right? But like I said before, he needs HP to leverage his damage. And what gives you HP? The cornucopia, right? Honestly, this cornucopia is why Battle Fury is good on so many heroes. So get this first every game. And the other thing cornucopia does is it lets you hit the hard camp and not like really stress about it. So if you had cornucopia, your play is definitely finish this hard camp as the lane comes back. So that's your efficient play, right? These pine cones would be dead. You'd be killing these pine cones. Instead, you're doing nothing. And then you go back and get the lane. So right now as well is about the time where you should stop focusing on like killing the guy. Okay. Yeah, so creeps, my brother, creeps. You're missing a whole wave here for nothing. Even if your line's here, get the creeps and then be aggressive after. So what I'm gonna say is around this point in the game is when it makes more sense to just push in the lane and avoid interacting with the offlaner and just farming the hard camp and the small camp every minute. So every minute you're getting 2 waves of hard camp at a small camp, or you're getting 2 waves of hard camp at a small pole. And then the wave comes back to you and you farm it. Because Timber's getting levels and it's getting a little bit more annoying to interact with him. And generally a lot of offlaners will just get stronger with levels even if you're winning the lane. Okay, so again, you're not hitting the guy your line is stunning. So you could argue that Lion should have stunned Timbersaw, but honestly, he's not really in a position to do that. So yeah, you should definitely go on this guy because this is who your Lion's going on. So this is the synergy point again. Like, go on who your teammate is stunning, because this is a free kill. But instead, you don't have your load. I mean, maybe you could have killed him, honestly. You probably could have dove that guy. You can, I mean, you can probably dive them right now if you push the lane in, honestly. I have a feeling you will, just because I know what kind of player you really are. So if you dive, it's going to be really important to use your ult on the way out. If enemy TPs. Okay, nice. So I like that dive only because you have an escape plan. If enemy TPs, you just press and rage and you run away. Now go hit the hard camp. So, okay. This is like your whole gameplay around this time should revolve around the wave. The wave is cleared. You're not going to hit this tower on Ursa. He doesn't do tower damage. Go hit the hard camp. Just hit the hard camp. Also, if you had cornucopia, you would be like 80% HP and mana right now. I just want to say. Oh, there's no hard camp. Okay. GG. Okay, so now it's definitely to the point where it's annoying to lane here. It's really annoying. So you should default to just shoving the wave, not interacting with this guy, and then farming the hard camp. Unless, I mean, your team is here, so you can go with your guys. Well, okay, once again, we're not synergizing. You just need to wait. Like, your guys are here. Wait for them to go first. Like, you scare this guy. Or maybe they see. I guess they see. But still, like, you're taking a lot of... If I were you, I would just be hitting the creeps. You need to wait for these guys to stun first. Okay, the second broadsword. These are the broadswords from hell, man. This is killing me. You gotta get the cornucopia. Okay, this is absurd. I'd never do this, period. I think you're gonna die. This is absurd. Even though you have ult, like, it's just way too far. And you're like 200, you're like 300 gold from your Battle Fury, right? So this death, I can tell right now you're gonna die here. When you're close to an item like this, a death is worse for sure, because you just go here, finish your Battle Fury, get your Battle Fury, and start accelerating, right? So we want to be on this like acceleration curve with our net worth, but you're actively killing it. You're actively killing it here. Like, I can just tell you're definitely gonna die. So I want to say as a rule for you, never dive T2s. Just don't dive a T2 before like 20 minutes. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're dead, right? There's no way. Okay, yeah, so you die. And I just know from playing a lot of Dota games, like, that's just too far. It's just too far. So this, I think, was the worst thing you've done all game. And everything else I said is giga relevant, but this is the worst. Remember, dying is the cardinal sin on carry, because it sets our Battle Fury back by like 2 minutes. Or like a minute, maybe. Which is a very big deal, right? Every minute, every second earlier we get our acceleration item, we start accelerating faster. I think you're thinking about this game wrong. Like, you should... What I would be thinking about if I was in your head right now, let's go before the dive. I'm not thinking I have to win the game right now and kill everybody. I'm thinking I want to get my Battle Fury so I can get my Blink Dagger, so I can kill people on side lanes, so I can get my Basher, so I can get Roche. And then that's my timing to win the game, right? Your timing to win the game on Ursa is Battle Fury, Blink, Basher, Aegis. That's when you can team fight and kill the entire enemy team if you're ahead, right? Your timing to win the game is not level 8 with 2 broadswords in your inventory. Like, this is this is like a Hail Mary play you're doing for no reason. Like, we want to play for our timings. Okay, enough about that. Go forward. Okay, you killed Ursa. I mean, you're just playing team deathmatch. You're not playing Dota 2. Like, you need a plan. You need a plan. Okay, now our plan with the Battle Fury is to go hit some ancient creeps. Go hit some ancient creeps. Okay, nice. But again, we could have been hitting the ancient creeps 2 minutes earlier. 2 minutes earlier. So now our plan is just to get the Blink Dagger. Because, okay, also general rule on Ursa, when you get your Battle Fury, just go AFK, hit ancient creeps and waves until you get your Blink Dagger. The reason why is because if you're efficient, you can farm it in about 2 minutes. And your power with the Blink Dagger is 10 times what it is without the Blink Dagger. Your fighting power is 10 times what it is without the Blink Dagger. Because Ursa gets kited. And if you just walk up in vision, they will stun you. But if you blink on them from out of vision, you will get free kills. So what I'm going to be looking for you to do here is just hit creeps. What I would be doing here is just hitting ancients, farming a wave that comes into me, but not like being too aggressive. Okay. Okay, this is fine. So this is probably your best go of the whole game. Because you're hitting the guy who your support stuns. Which, it sounds simple, but that you're not doing that a lot. So your farming pattern right now is, to farm the blink, is just wave, hard camp, small camp, this camp, and then you maybe can hit this camp too, river, this camp, stack ancients, and then hit the ancients. And then if the wave comes back to you, you can get the wave. But when the T1's gone, a lot of the times you just push this in, and then the wave doesn't come back to you unless they shove it. So you can kind of play it by ear. Okay, we're smoking mid. Our blink's on the courier. All right, this is a good move. I would wait till you get your blink though. I would go back, get your blink, and then make this move instead of... Like, this looks pretty sus. Okay. This looks a little weird. Okay. It worked. Still though, like, I feel like if you make that play in 10 games, you're gonna die or it's not gonna work in like 7 of them. So it's more fundamental if you just go back, wait for your blink dagger, and then just blink on that guy. All right, so now that you have your blink dagger, your goal should still be to farm, because we still want to hit our basher Aegis timing, but we should farm aggressively. So what I would be doing if I was Ursa right now is I'd be farming bottom, farming these ancients, pushing this wave, and I would even buy a ward for myself and probably put it here and kill a noob on the ward. See what you do instead. You go mid. Oh god. All right, this is crazy. If I did this in my lobby, I would just die instantly. Like, never hit this T2. Just don't even think about T2s unless you have Aegis. Okay, this is also absolutely insane to me. This is also absolutely insane. Bro's 9K net worth at 17 minutes, there's signs of life. Yeah. I do want to say, like, you're playing pretty well generally, and like you're in a position to carry this game. I'll just tell you, the enemy triangle is one of the most aggressive places on the map for you to be. And you should just assume that the enemy sees you if you're here in their triangle. Like, there are going to be enemies around here. Farming aggressively is good. Farming enemy jungle camps is good. However, enemy ancients in general is too much. if you do this, it's like farm one camp and then run away, right? But you loiter here and you stack it. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna die here. Like, this is kind of crazy because it's hard for you to farm stacks at this point in the game either. Again, I would be bottom. I would be bottom. Or you could push this wave in top. What you could do as well is run here, cut this wave, maybe farm backward like this and then gate, then farm here. Because Ursa with Battle Fury is one of the, I don't know if I said this yet, but he's one of the fastest flash farmers in the game. It's a big misconception on Ursa that you need to fight and win the game early. Okay, yeah, so this death was the most unforced death I've seen in a really, really long time. Like, you just kind of ruined your own game here. The game was going perfectly for you. All you need to do is just keep farming with Battle Fury on side lane. Don't go mid, because there's a lot of traffic mid, so if you make a play mid, it typically turns into a 5v5, but you don't want that, because you're not on your teamfight ready timing yet, which again is Battle Fury, Blink, Bash, or Aegis. So your 2 deaths have been the worst things about your gameplay so far. There's no reason to be diving this techies under the T2. There's no reason to be in the enemy triangle. Like, chill and hit your timing, and then you can be freaky. Like, honestly, I would argue if you didn't have this death, and if you were more efficient with the creeps, and if you didn't have this death here, then you would have Bash or Aegis right now. You would have Bash or Aegis right now, and you would kill these noobs. You can dive T2s with Bash or Aegis if you get it this early. Like, fuck it, I don't care. Go dive T2s, you'll kill the whole enemy team. But yeah, so if you fix those things, you'll definitely win this game. That's what I want to say. So everything that you should think about taking away, I've already said. I know I've been kind of hard on you. But there's potential. There's potential. All right, so now we're just running it straight down again. We're running it straight down again. So I'm just going to predict that you're going to die here. You're going to dive a T2 and die. Like, again, the proper play, farm your Basher. Like, you could even TP top, push 2 lanes, you know, maybe farm enemy ancients once, because they're all bottom. You can stay for their enemy 21-minute wisdom. Like, just farm it up. Farm it up for a few minutes, get the Basher, get Roche, and then you can do this. Okay, this is just absolutely insane. This is absolutely insane. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, you get the Dusa kill, but like at what cost? Like, you're just trading your life. You're just trading your life. And this is not enough to win in Dota. Like, you can't just trade your life like this over and over and over again. So I feel like you got tilted and now you're just farming the safest farm on the map. So again, we want to strike a balance, right? Like, you should have been farming this whole time, but farming like in the enemy side jungle, and then if anybody shows on a wave, you can kill him with your blink dagger. It's not, a lot of people think that farming is all or nothing, right? So it's not. There's nuance to it. You want to be farming in aggressive areas, but your goal should still be to farm. And now you're running to this fight again when you're not on your timing. Maybe it goes okay. All right, you just run it down again. All right. So I'm going to be crystal clear. You're just running it down on cooldown and ruining your game. You are like straight inting. You are straight inting. You asked me to tell you why you suck, and this is the biggest reason. Honestly, I take back what I said. I take back what I said about like, actually, I made similar points, so never mind. I don't take back what I said about like that being the biggest thing. You just need to play for your timings. If you take away one thing from this, just play for your timings. Like, just go finish the Basher, get Aegis, and then do this. The game's so different. The game's so different. This was a good sesh. This was a good sesh. Message me if you have any questions. For the YouTube folks, remember to download Raid and support me. If you're thinking about doing it, there's no better time than right now, because we all know what happens to things we put off. And every single sign up, guys, goes a very long way.